All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakodash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to Yakin, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. And as you see, the article states, hurricane survivors neglected while Kiev gets billions. And this is something Trump says. It says the Republican presidential candidate claims that the response to last week's disaster has been underwhelming. Hey, when you actually look at the reality of the situation, it is, man. Hey, but we understand that's due to, Yahweh Shem Shai moving, the pieces on the chessboard. Right? Hey, this all in all, is going to give Esau a more control, over the general public, while limiting the resources that he feeds them, man, making them more vulnerable and susceptible to his plan. He wants everyone to be completely dependent upon him and go to him for the one of all things, man. Right? He wants these people basically down on a bended knee so that when he delivers, the resolution, they eat it up immediately. It says former U.S. President Donald Trump has accused the administration of Biden of neglecting the survivors of Hurricane Helene in the southeastern part of the country while sending billions of dollars in aid to Ukraine. And now that's a fact, man. That actually happened, right? It says FEMA is offering aid to people in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia who were affected by the storm. It says the Republican presidential candidate claims the government response has been underwhelming due to the incompetence of the Democratic leadership of the country. Now it doesn't matter who gets in next. Left wing, right wing, it's the same bird. Same agenda that's going to be pushed. And ultimately the same new order plan that they got in the running. It says we're almost at $300 billion for Ukraine, and yet they're offering people $750 for the worst hurricane that anybody's seen. And this is the thing, man. Though, Trump is controlled opposition, and he's saying exactly what the American people are thinking, and with him doing that, it's giving the people a voice for the moment. But little do they know that Trump is in on the Elite's plan as well. But I want to grab this precept coming out of the book of Luke 11 and 17. And it reads, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. If Satan if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Right? And that's the point. Since you have so much division here in the States, man, it shows you that this system is falling, right? And it's divided on every level, whether it's a political level, whether it's a moral ideology level, on every level. You look at the way that the education system is set up. You have people divided on that. Here it is. Your government is telling you that they're going to implement more bugs into your diet, and you not even know about it. So it's a divide between this. And you have certain states and senators that are fighting against it. But it's still something that he wants to establish, right? And people are only worried about Diddy wicked ass, man. With all this hell arising, right? So this is a divided nation. And it's not the United States, it's the divided states, man, right? So the scriptures just told us every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against itself shall not stand or shall fall. It says, we're at almost $300 billion for Ukraine, and yet they're offering people $750 for the worst hurricane that anybody's seen, right? And that's a slap in the face. Here it is, foreign aid is given billions of dollars, and you can't even get that same type of treatment in-house. It says, but more importantly than that is they don't have the people, right? And that's true. The minds of the people are currently against, the system, just because how bad the system is treating them. But we understand that's going to change due to the Hegelian dialectic, man. Problem, reaction, solution. He causes a problem. He already knows how you're going to react because he's put you in these situations time and time again. He's experimented on the public, and then he's going to bring forth that solution to put you back in that docile state of mind. That's why the scripture tells us, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. He runs with the same plan. Create a problem, allow public panic, Allow him to deal with the brunt force of that panic, you know. Let them beat themselves up. Let them kill each other. And then we're going to give a solution just so they can be pacified once again. Right? But what this is going to cause is ultimately American infighting or civil war, man. And why is that? Because of the lack of resources. And when people don't have, they'll do anything to get. Right? This 2nd Esdras 15. But this is also going to cause havoc and danger into, the politicians, man. Because the public is going to want to personally get them, man. And how do we know? Hence the scriptures here. The 2nd Esdras 15 and 15 says, "For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So there it is. It's speaking about what? Your government officials being touched up by the public, man. Right? And it's talking about sedition among one another, or sedition among men invading one another. And you're going to have people breaking into each other's houses with the sword. Pillaging. Robbing, killing. Just for the lack of bread. To get, any medication that may be in the house due to the pestilences that's going to happen. And all different types of scourges that Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to bring, and that he's bringing now. 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of the pride of the cities, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." And I also want to get this another precept on division, coming from the book of Luke 12. This is Luke 12, verse 51. It says, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division." Right? This is the time for division and war. As the scripture says in the book of Ecclesiastes 3, there's a season for everything, a time for everything. This is 52. "For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 2 against 3. Or it's like a 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. And you're really seeing that the closer we get into the so-called election date, man. People in the same houses going at each other's neck because they have a different belief of philosophy, man. Which it don't matter who you vote for. The general population vote does not matter. He tells you this himself by telling you, well, the electoral college vote, actually declares who wins. When we understand that's rigged, because guess what? The elites pull the strings within that. It says, "This father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." So let's go back to the article. It says, "He claimed that the response in North Carolina in particular was a disaster based on his impressions from visiting the state. One man, he's got a house that's gone, and he's sitting on a rock. You have to help them. The claim that federal assistance to hurricane victims is limited to $750 per person has been denied by FEMA." Well, even if they deny it, where's the hundreds of billions of dollars given into the American people that you're giving up to the foreign countries, man? If that's not the truth, where was the help for these people? Because even E is coming out and saying it, and that's why another thing, he's trying to cut off what he deems as misinformation and disinformation, but is really the truth of media. And that's why these social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or X, right? This is why these social media platforms are going to have sensors on them, man. He wants everyone's global identification to be linked onto their social media accounts, because he wants to be able to monitor and persecute anybody saying anything against the image of the beast and the media in which they're portraying, man. You have people coming out saying they've been trying to help, the victims in North Carolina, and they've been stopped by FEMA. Then had guns pointed at them, been told to go home, and if they help anybody, they gonna be put in jail and arrested. But what happened for, hey, wouldn't you want help and assistance for those who need it? If you really cared about your country and the people that live in it? Why are these same people getting turned down and told to flee and don't help when help is needed? Right? Trump ain't saying nothing about that. It says an upfront flexible payment to help cover essential foods, items like food, water, baby formula, breastfeeding supplies, medication, and emergency supplies. As your application continues to be reviewed, you may still receive additional forms of assistance for other needs. And now here it is, the news is continuing to bring out the narrative that, oh man, these people in North Carolina need to vote. Well, shit, you think they worried about voting when their houses are going? You know, when they just had family members killed in a hurricane? Hey, that E created from HARP? Hey, we're the scriptures give the whole, the whole MO about this dude, man. This is a wicked man. It's a wicked man. His plan is to take over, man. The secret council of the wicked, they discuss these events and how to interrupt, the public's mind in order to, corral them. That's why they say don't let no good crisis go to waste. Because they use every opportunity in order to try to further their enterprise. And that's also why Yahweh Shemel Shah said in Job 5:12, hey, the Most High is not going to fully allow him to set his enterprise. This Psalm 64 and 5, they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares. Privily they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Right? And I'm going to jump down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just read through down to 8. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Right? You got whistleblowers coming out. Hey, because one thing that the elites do is they make sure that the truth of the information is actually, they got to post it or make it public in any way, shape, or form, But they can deny it as much as they want as well. Right? And so it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's the point, man. Right? So we understand more information is going to come out on E's wickedness. But this division that this is creating on every level, is beautiful to see, man. It's showing you how far we are or how close we are into the end, man. So I just want to bring this lesson out to the body. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakwadash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to you. I can bring this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.